Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
So I woke up this morning to Tamashii Nations giving us some more images and information about that new manga colored Super Saiyan Goku that's coming out basically next month. I guess it's slated to make an early release at the Dragonball event next month. As far as like later on wider distribution, I don't think there's been any information out. If you've seen it, let me know down in the comments. But I wanted to comment basically real quick about this figure because I don't think I've made a video about it yet. I know I've made a couple of posts, but this thing looks really awesome and really promising. I'm kind of throwing that word around loosely, but this thing looks really, really good. You know, as you can tell, it is on that legendary Super Saiyan Goku body that everybody likes for the most part. You know, on my video on it, I had a couple of nitpicks, but other than that, it is really good and it's most people's favorite Goku. But this thing looks like it's coming with some pretty cool stuff. Obviously, it's getting that 40th anniversary Dragon Ball stand with a nice, flight stand attached to it, and that looks really, really cool. It's coming with 3 head sculpts, and I like that a lot. That regular Super Saiyan hair sculpt, and then that really tall, straight up, spiky one that also came with the legendary Super Saiyan Goku, and it's getting a windswept hair sculpt, and I think that looks really awesome as well. And we're also going to get 4 face plates that, if you look at them, they all look really, really good. The battle damage, it's pretty cool. It's basically they just filled in the lines on battle damage for the original release, and there's some blood effect on there as well. It looks cool, but I really like the look of the pants. The shading and color of the pants I think are going to look really, really awesome. This one's also getting 10 hands, nothing out of the ordinary there. But what kind of separates this one a little bit from the other releases is because it's coming with what they called a speech bubble, which I'm assuming is basically just going to be a line, in a foreign language that I don't speak, from the manga. And according to the Tamashii Nations site on Facebook, it's going to say something like, "Are you talking about Krillin?" I guess that's from the manga. I've never read it, but I think that's a really interesting little addition, because we've never had anything like that with a Goku figure or any other Dragon Ball figure to my knowledge, and I think that's cool. Now, anybody that's watched my videos, you all know that normally I would be complaining that we're not getting like a blast effect piece, and I'll probably be sour about that a little bit, but in this case, I can kind of excuse it and them kind of swapping that out for this speech bubble, simply because this is obviously a manga theme, and they really wanted to carry that through even into the accessories. So that, to me, that's not that big of a deal. Let me know down below what you think about it. But honestly, this figure looks like it's very, very promising. I really like what I'm seeing here. I do have a couple of concerns. One being, after this early release, and I'm saying that in air quotes, next month at the Dragon Ball event, what's next as far as distribution goes? Is it going to go on the Tamashii website? That V-Jump stuff, which we all know makes it difficult for those of us in the Western world to get it, at least get it for what they're paying retail over there on that side of the world. And 2, what's the price going to be? I really don't know. I want to focus more on its availability for a minute. Do I think that's what it's gonna end up on? Yeah, and then those of us here in the West are just gonna have to keep our eyes on our favorite online retailers for them to pick it up, and then we're gonna pay a little bit of an inflated price, and that kind of irritates me, simply because I don't like exclusivity with figures. And let me really clarify. I like event exclusive things. I think those are really good for collecting because they kind of promote a little bit of competition amongst the consumers, and a little bit of competition is good. I don't like geographic exclusivity because I don't really see the point in it. And I hope that this doesn't become one of those scenarios where it's very, very difficult for us, like I've said, in the Western world to get our hands on this at a decent price. Because I think this right here, especially if you're a hardcore Dragon Ball collector, you are going to want this in your collection. I know I do, and I think many of you, especially people that watch my channel, will as well. So I hope that it's easier than I'm initially knee-jerk feeling that it's going to be. Do I think that at some point it's going to wind up on Premium Bandai? Yes, I do. I think even if it initially, as far as pre-orders or release or whatever, is on just the Tamashii website, I think they'll probably do kind of how they've done with this most recent, SHF Gogeta. Not too long after that, they'll throw it on Premium Bandai for a limited amount of time. So I honestly hope they do that. That way I can get my hands on one more easily. Now with the price, I don't know how much this is going to cost. The last two, with Cooler and with the DBZ Broly, they were both 90 a piece. I don't know how much this will cost. This is a Goku, and they know it's going to sell like hotcakes. What do you think this is going to cost? Tell me down below in the comments. Make your predictions. I know how much I think this is going to cost, but I want to know what you all think about it. But other than that, that's really all I've got for this. I just wanted to make kind of a quick video and really point out that I think this is going to be a good one. And if you have any interest at all, I definitely say go ahead and pick this up, because once this thing is sold out, it will probably jump up in price a lot. Now it's Tamashii and Bandai, and we know that they have no problem doing a reissue, but even with their reissues, they always reissue at a more expensive price anyway than what it originally dropped. So I would say go ahead and get this thing first time around, especially if you like the legendary Super Saiyan Goku release. You are going to love this. But anyways, that's all I've got. This has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby. Be sure and check out my other videos. I've got a few more coming out just in the next couple of days. And, that's all I've got. Talk to you later.